Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Anabak binti Aswadi. My matrix number is 206820 and my partner's name is Nur Shakinah Taufikur Rashman and her matrix number is 207463. We are first year Environmental Science and Technology students in UPM. So our topic presentation for today is about smoking and we are going to focus on banning for smoking in public. Before I continue explaining further with my first point, please let me tell you what smoking means. According to Britannica, smoking is the act of inhaling and exhaling the fume of burning plant material. A variety of plant material are smoked, including marijuana and hashish, but the act is commonly associated with tobacco as smoke in a cigarette, cigar, or pipe. Have you ever thought why people like to smoke? Actually, it is because of nicotine. So what is nicotine? Nicotine is the main addictive substance in a cigarettes and other form of tobacco. Many smokers report they enjoy the ritual of smoking. They also say that smoking gives them a pleasurable feeling. However, we believe that you all know smoking is really bad for human health and it can cause various chronic diseases such as the most common that are associated with smoking, which is cancers. These chronic diseases can be fatal. So what are the examples of cancer that smoking can cause? It can lead to liver cancer, lung cancer, mouth cancer, and even death. When you smoke, you not just ruin your health, but you are affecting your people surrounding health as well. How is that so? Actually, the secondhand smoke you release contains more than 7,000 chemicals which are hazardous to our health and can cause cancer. Now, let me show you a comparison between smokers and non-smokers' lung. As you can see the lungs picture on the slide, which one do you think the smoker's lung? Of course, the darker one, right? Why? Because the smoker's lung are exposed to a lot of toxins, including nicotine. Another example, as you can see here, the slide shows the statistic of cancer that can be prevented. Sources reported by American Cancer Society show that out of 42% of preventable cancers, 19% are due to smoking. It shows that smoking is the main contributor to preventable cancer. Now, let's move on to the second point. Do you know pregnant women have higher risk of having abnormal baby, miscarriage, or even facing fatality? And the infants also can die unexpectedly while they are sleeping because they are having sudden infant death syndromes or also known as SIDS due to the exposure of the secondhand smoke. So let's think. Is it fair for them to take the consequences that will affect their health and also their expectancy just because they are surrounded with smokers? I don't think so. From the research, I found out that between 150,000 to 300,000 lower respiratory tract infection cases in infants and children under 18 months are due to secondhand smoke. As a result, between 7,500 to 15,000 children are hospitalized each year, which leads to 430 cases of sudden death syndromes in the United States annually. Therefore, we really hope that people can stop smoking so that our citizens will be healthier and the chances of getting chronic diseases will be lower. I'm not saying that non-smokers are not exposed to the chronic diseases, but based on what I have highlighted earlier, it is proven that prevention is always better than cure. So now I will hand it over to Ms. Shakinah. She will continue the presentation on how smoking can cause harmful effects to the environment.
Thank you, Anaba. And hello, everyone. Are you guys still good? I really hope so because I still have a lot to talk about why we should ban smoking in public places. So you've heard that my partner has explained how smoking can affect someone's health. Now we will look at the other perspective on how smoking can lead to various environmental issues. It is known that air pollution and toxic waste are associated with smoking. See, in many Southeast Asian countries, the smoking rate tends to be very high for men and very low for women. For example, is in Indonesia. A study has shown that Jakarta had the worst air quality in the world, according to AirVisual. With an air quality index of 210, Indonesia's capital easily ranked above other notoriously polluted cities, such as Beijing, Dubai, and New Delhi. The question now is, what's inside this secret that makes them so dangerous for our environment? The answer is cigarettes contain 3 main atmosphere polluting chemicals which are carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen, which can cause greenhouse effects. As smoking worldwide produces about 2.6 billion kilograms of carbon dioxide in the air, it also releases about 5.2 billion kilograms of methane every year. That's actually a huge number of gases that have been produced only by cigarettes, not including from vehicles and factories. Greenhouse gases cause climate change by trapping heat, and they also contribute to respiratory disease from smog and air pollution. Besides, cigarette butts are the most common toxic waste found in cleanups and on highways. I am very sure that most of us have seen cigarette butts in public places, right? 68% of cigarette filters are made of plastic fibers, which leads to 1.69 billion pounds of them winding up as toxic waste each year. A generous estimate is that half of them ended up in landfills and the other half ended up in the soil, lakes, oceans, and forests. The plastic fibers in cigarettes are also non-biodegradable, meaning they won't organically break down from living organisms. Let's move on to my last point. Manufacturing processes of cigarettes can also damage the environment extensively. Most alarming is that billions of trees are cut down every year to make cigarettes. A YouTube video called The Fabulous Life of Cigarettes by Jules explains how 600 million trees a year are used to produce packets of cigarettes. In fact, it is estimated that one tree is burned for every 300 cigarettes made from tobacco grown in developing countries. And how many more are cut down to make the cigarettes, cartons, and the packaging? The destruction of these trees contributes to deforestation worldwide. Thus, many wildlife species that live in the forest will lose their habitats and finally led to extinction. Now I can finally conclude our presentation. Now that we have discussed with you why smoking should be banned in public places, let's recap. Smoking should be banned in public places because it can cause harm to our health and it can also be dangerous to pregnant women and their unborn baby. Smoking can also cause various environmental problems and not only affect humans, but also animals and plants by deforestation. In conclusion, it is crystal clear that cigarettes should be made illegal to smoke in public places. Before I end presentation for today, I would like to share with you a quote by a famous American writer, Kurt Vonnegut, that says, "Cigarettes are the classy way to commit suicide. We should never sacrifice our healthy life just to look cool in front of everybody while slowly killing ourselves from the inside." Thank you for lending us your attention for today. See you next time.